I read the headline twice, then I laughed at the screen. Taylor and Travis in a place that had never been seen. New York knew the date, but the date wouldn't tell. A wedding in the garden, guarded like a secret to sell. The streets wore barricades, the sidewalks wore steel. Hundreds in uniform making fiction feel real. Black cars, black glass, black curtains in line. The more they hid the story, the louder the sign. Because nothing says private like Midtown on lock. Nothing says quiet like a city on clock. 1,000 invited, but nobody knew the biggest little secret New York ever knew. They gave out the invitation, but not the information. They gave them the date, but they kept back the place, so the guest list could RSVP to a mystery with a face. And I thought it was fake, a headline mistake, a rumor dressed up in a wedding day white. Too public to hide, too secret to find, too famous to vanish in plain sight. But the garden had a garden, and the garden kept its gate, with the whole world outside trying desperately to wait. A love story locked behind a security line. They made I do the best kept secret of our time. And somewhere inside, where the outside couldn't see, the walls became a scrapbook of who they used to be. Photos down the hallway, frame after frame, two separate lives, slowly spelling the same name. Babyface Taylor, young Travis in gold, little pieces of the people they were before they were told that someday all those scattered years would rhyme, and two different timelines would arrive at the same time. Funny how a hallway can become a lifetime, how a photograph freezes what a wedding makes rhyme. You walk past the past on your way to forever, two histories hanging together. And suddenly before wasn't before anymore. It was waiting in frames by the reception door. The past wasn't gone, it had simply been framed. Cause sometimes forever begins by remembering your name. And I thought it was fake, a headline mistake, a fairy tale nobody could prove, too loud to conceal, too strange to feel real, and too carefully hidden to make the news. But the garden had a garden, and the garden had a gate, and the world had a million theories, trying desperately to wait. A secret with a spotlight, a whisper with a roar. They closed down half of Manhattan, and still nobody knew what for. Sign the NDA, don't say what you saw. Keep the story behind a legal four-wall. Your name on the invitation, your name in the trail. Even secrets had fingerprints, even rumors had a rail. No phones, no leaks, no accidental proof. A wedding under lock with a very high roof. The less that they told us, the more we believe. Sometimes silence is the loudest thing you can achieve. And Adam Sandler stood where the vows would be said. From Happy Gilmore to You May Kiss Instead. A comedian making the punchline sincere, turning just another movie into best night of the year. Then Avril took the garden and made it collide. Skater boy nostalgia with a bride by his side. The past came back singing while the future said stay. And suddenly the soundtrack had nothing to say, except everything that once was a wedding concealed by the garden whose secrets were sealed. The police held the street while the lovers could meet, and the truth was the last thing revealed. A headline appeared with a claim, then secrecy swallowed the name. The world asked, is this real? While they answered with steel, and silence became part of the fame. So I read it again, not could it be true, but how did they while the outside couldn't begin to know what was happening. Streets blocked, phones locked, ND signed, photographs framed from the beginning of time. Adam said I do, Avril sang through the night, and two lives met under garden lights. And maybe that's the strangest part of a story this big. The world was waiting for the headline, while the headline was already living inside it. Too strange, too perfectly staged. But maybe that's the trick of a story well kept. The less that you know, the harder you forget. And somewhere in New York, behind curtains and guards, two people turn their separate lives into one set of photographs. I thought the headline was fake. Turns out the secret was real.